I have figured it out. Pomni from the Amazing Little Circus is a fraud, and I'll prove it with Japanese. Peep game and lock in. If you're not familiar with one of the most level-headed main characters in recent animated history, allow me to introduce you to Pomni. She is honestly a breath of fresh air. She starts off a little anxious and skeptical at the beginning of the series, which is, very valid for someone in her situation. But as the show progresses, we see her mellow out and sink into her place in the circus, being more willing to go on adventures and form deeper connections with the rest of the cast. Which is all fine and good, but something about the way she operates raises some suspicions. Let me preface this by saying this video will contain spoilers for the Amazing Little Circus, so if you haven't seen it yet, hop on over there, give it a watch, and then come back. Good? Cool. Throughout the entirety of the series, I've kept a close eye on Pomni in particular. Especially since she's the main protagonist, she tends to get off a little easy in most theory videos. Well, except for film theory, of course.
So in Jesus, you have the mixing of these two elements. A god born amongst men and set to live as a human. Red plus blue. And in Pomni, we actually have something similar.
And while I don't have that crazy of a take, I do think Pomni has something big to reveal in the finale. Because that, my friends, is where the Japanese comes in. You see, the first thing you notice about Pomni's character is her split red and blue color scheme. It's on her clothes, all over her room, even in her eyes. But have you ever taken the time to actually count each individual color on Pomni? No? Well, I have. After meticulously counting each swatch of color on Pomni's character, shown in the two pictures on screen, I found that Pomni has 30 red patches, including her blushies, 27 blue patches, and 17 yellow accessories. It's uneven, split, imbalanced. In Japanese, the verb to be unbalanced can be translated as katayoru. Katayoru can refer to both physical imbalance and, more importantly, mental imbalance, such as indecision and bias, which perfectly describes Pomni's character. Okay, please don't leave. Let me cook up a little bit. Pomni has been brimming with indecision throughout the entire show, and after the events of episode 3, she begins to have a positive bias towards Kinger, leading her to trust his opinion and his judgment on things. And nowhere do we see this more than in episode 8. Pomni acts differently this entire episode. She proposes the idea of abandoning looking for a way to leave the circus, says everyone in the circus has done bad things, which I still don't know what that could be referring to, and most notably for me, is immediately able to conjure once Kinger lets them know that they're even able to do such a thing. That last point is kind of important to this theory. You mean to tell me that in less than 10 seconds after becoming aware of the ability to conjure, you have a full grasp on how the ability works and can perfectly recreate the exit door maze from the pilot with more detail than there was when you were there the first time? Yeah, nah. Unless Pomni has a photographic memory, I'm not buying it. Another flag for me was this line from episode 3.
Every day I spend here is one nightmare after the next. I knew it would end up like this. He just wants me to suffer.
This line, in combination with everything else we've discussed about Pomni, seems to indicate that she has ties to the circus and maybe Kinger that we've yet to see. Here's my theory. Pomni is Jesus. No, I'm just kidding. I think Pomni is one of Kinger's theoretical children. Think about it. Going off of the themes of imbalance, who in the circus is the most imbalanced character? Kinger. Look at the skew of the eyes, the way his mind works, even down to the organization of his real world desk. Wait. Did you see that? The chessboard, bring that back up. On the side of the king, there's one pawn. Kinger's theoretical child. This explains so much. How Pomni is the one that's able to grasp the conjuring ability quicker than everyone else despite being in the circus for the shortest amount of time. Why she almost instantly bonds with and opens up to Kinger. She's his theoretical child. So in the finale, everything must be building to this grand reveal. Pomni entered the circus years after her theoretical father to save him from it. Because, in her own words, she just wanted to help. But I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. And if you like this video, consider subscribing. My goal is to find the hidden Japanese in everything that I care about, and I will definitely be back with more crack theories just like this one for y'all in the future. Well, that's all I got. Bye!